cemeteries I've visited, of all the broken down cemeteries, I think this one makes me the saddest of all. We're at the old Letchworth Village Cemetery, but we're looking for the cemetery, but it may be a bit of a walk in from the road. It took us a little while to find this cemetery. So, now, where is it? It's more than a mile away from the 2,000-acre Letchworth Village property, and it's deep in the woods, hidden away. As you will see, the grave markers leave a lot of questions. Why did they hide away their dead? Why did they not mark their graves? Why, to this day, do we not know who lies beneath these markers? Is that it up there? Might be. We found it. Of all the cemeteries I've visited, of all the broken down cemeteries, I think this one makes me the saddest of all. Letchworth Village was finally closed in 1996 after many years of being accused of using their patients for testing new experimental medicines. Was there a reason they hid away the dead? Many of these folks here are young, even children. Buried on the mountain. Why, then, were they buried more than a mile away from the 2,000-acre property that Letchworth Village owned? Deep in the woods, with only numbered markers. And there's no list that can be found. Nobody knows who is underneath these markers. The idea behind Letchworth Village began with a grand inspiration by a man named William Pryor Letchworth, who had made his fortune in the harness business. He was going to have this small town in the woods, an acre of land for every inhabitant. In reality, it became overpopulated very quickly and was caught up in allegations of mistreatment of the patients. Where's the list of who Letchworth Village opened in 1911, and it was supposed to be a progressive new model for the care of those deemed mentally ill. Unfortunately, it ended up being a place of confinement for people who didn't have families, there's a stone. For epileptics, and others just deemed not worthy of being out in the populace. Oh, they're made of stone. Wow. Steel, actually. There you go. That's heavy. The cemetery here was used from 1914 until 1967. Why did Letchworth Village, which had 2,000 acres of property they owned, use a cemetery that was more than a mile away from the property, deep in the woods, and only mark the graves with numbers? No list exists with the names that correspond to the numbers, and so these people were basically lost to time. To figure out where the list is of who lies beneath the numbers buried here on the mountain. These are young people. In 2007, a grassroots campaign was led, and this memorial plaque was installed at the entrance to the cemetery. It lists over 900 patients, a list pulled from decades-old records and logs, and listed under the inscription that reads, "Those who shall not be forgotten." We may never know who lies under the grave numbers or their tragic circumstances, but at least something was done to try and remember them. Thanks for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this walk through this old cemetery. Please like the video and leave me a comment, and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time.